Hey guys, long time no talk. I have a new donor project here. So this is a 2004 Passat with a BHW engine. So this is the second one I've owned. The first one, because all I did was, put new timing belt on it and everything. It ran so good. I had an opportunity to just sell it, and I made some money on it, and that's fine. And then I ended up picking this one up, the BHW donor. Supposedly it runs. But they ran it low on oil and it started to just pour smoke out the exhaust. So my first thought was, hey, the turbo seal's probably blown, because if you run it low on oil, it doesn't oil the turbo and turbo blows up. So could just be a seal, could be more than that, but pointless to argue the fact. They were unable to get it started when I showed up to look at it, and I told them, I said, I'm here with a trailer. I drove almost 2 hours to get it. My maximum is $200, and that's it. Needless to say, they took it. So here it is. It is, like all Michigan vehicles here, almost immaculate on the inside. The interior is beautiful. Every one of these things I've had has had a great interior, but the rot on the body is what devalues them to, the average car buyer. That and the, 200 plus thousand miles they usually have on them drives the price down by us significantly. So there are deals out there. I just usually wait until I find the right one. This was listed at like $1,200, and I told him, I said, I've got $500 today, I'll come get it. And after talking to him a while, he agreed to that, and then I get there and they couldn't even get it running because they said it ran. And then I said $200, and here it is. So anyway, so we're going to do a series on these. The reason for the upgraded engine, this is a 2.0, so it's more powerful. I like the ALH, don't get me wrong, but this, on stock everything, with a stage 2 tune, which I believe if you're going to run it in this car, needs a manual transmission swap, because this transmission won't hold it. But anyway, that doesn't apply to us to the swaps. But this engine, stage 2 tune, EGR delete, and that's it. No upgrades to the fueling or turbo. It'll put out 300 foot-pounds of torque. So that's pretty nice. It's a cheap option for power. So to get the same amount on an ALH, you're probably looking, at minimum, you're going to need bigger nozzles. I don't know if the VNT 15 will do it, so you might need a VNT 17. There's a lot of mods you may have to do to get up to that number. So this is a better starting platform, and it's longitudinal. As you can see, it is literally laying in here exactly how you want it in your 4x4 swaps or your two-wheel drive swaps. So the engine mounts are in a really good location to build straight off of frame rails. So it's just a better potential for the swap. So I'm going to tear this thing apart, get the engine out and get that out, get the transmission out and sell the transmission, make my money back on the whole thing with just the transmission. And then I'm going to do, the next video will be taking out the harness. So the first step on these cars is always to take the bumpers off. Bumper, radiator, everything's all got to come off the front end of these for any kind of service, and to pull the engine out. That's where you're going to have to be. So I may try and jack it up and try to put a starter in, because I tested everything electrically and everything is fine up to the starter. So I may just go grab a junkyard starter and throw it in and see if I can get this thing running to confirm before I go through all this effort. But either way, even if the head was demolished, it's worth it. Because you can spend, up to $2,000 rebuilding it with, upgraded rods and going through that process, and it's still just a better platform to begin with. So don't be scared of that situation if you've got the money to put into rebuilding an engine and you want something that's going to be there for a long time. These are a great option. The other main problem with these is they have a balance shaft. It's a terrible thing. It'll destroy the engine if it goes bad. So they do have a delete kit for it, and when we get ready to put this thing into something special, which I'll hopefully have here soon, and we'll have all that together so you guys can see it. But we're moving shortly to a new home, so that one's got 2 outbuildings already on it. So yeah, change of venue. Again, with new homes, I know I go through them like crazy, but it is what it is. My game is real estate. My game is building homes and moving around, and I couldn't pass it up for the acreage that I was getting for the price, even though the house is old. But you know, I can always build a new one on the lot and then demo the old one. So anyway, guys, that's just the update now. So stay tuned. BHW, we're gonna do the harness removal. I'm gonna cut in some videos of how to get it out, how to get everything that you need. And it may take me a while because this is a whole new monster for me. I've never taken one of these out, so we're gonna learn. We're gonna have a learning curve in the process too. So I don't even know where the ECU is on these things. I'm assuming it's in that box back there, but yeah, who knows? It looks like a big harness box. So if that's it, I'll be happy. And anyway, guys, we'll see you soon. And if you guys have any questions throughout the process, make sure you comment, and I'll make sure I get to them. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.